Hello guys, welcome back to All Action Wrestling Live. As always, you might see some wrestling matches start picking up because I've changed the quality of the show. This is a picture of Hulk Hogan. I thought I'd shake it up a bit. As you know, I use the pictures for 2 episodes and then change them. I think that one needs changing next. That one don't. That one needs changing and that one needs changing. Definitely Alligator. That one definitely needs changing and that one definitely needs changing. And then these 2 need changing after the next episodes, because these 2 get changed before these 2. That's how I'll work it out. But anyway, we're sold out tonight in front of 8,525 people at the CT Webster Bank Arena. Today we're going to have 2 full follow episodes, and that is it, because that's all we're doing now on TNA. We're doing the same sort of thing. 2 episodes of one of Impact, one Explosion. One which will, and then the next one will have a pay-per-view, then one off, and then one with pay-per-view, one off. This one will just have 2 episodes each because of how long the episodes are. It is a new way of me booking because our longer episodes will now be New Japan. New Japan will be the middle of the week and it's going to be the longer episodes, running times of about 2 hours. The next episode you'll see, and all the episodes you would have already watched when this one goes out, is 155 minutes 26. The next one's going to probably be longer, depending on how we do the tour events. But let's get on with All Action Wrestling, shall we? Let's stop rabbiting on about my plans and futures of these shows. Let's get on with the show. So in a pre-show about a decent wrestling without much heat, Amy Muscles defeated Medusa in 7:45 by pinfall, the diving splash of 50-60 minus. Medusa 46, Amy Muscles 56. Amy Muscles getting better gimmick, and that's quality in the colour commentary going match a boost. Medusa and Rumble, Amy Muscles in performance. The full throttle thing is continuing its global tour, as I'm going to call it, across the country. I would like to say one thing. I have changed the product of this slightly. So the same as I've done with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that seems to be helping us. I have changed it so that the wrestlers who we have on board are rated equally on both performance and on performance and popularity. So you might see people going up a bit. But that's what happened in. That didn't happen. That did not cause the sudden rise in our ratings. I don't know what's happened with our sudden rise in ratings in New Japan. That just kind of came on because I did that at the beginning of the tour, and the ratings didn't start picking up until the end of the tour when we got the Dragon Gate people in. So Medusa and Rumble, Amy Muscles in performance. I can't complain. A 56E minus. Let's stop rabbiting on and giving you information like that. That's not it. I think we should just enjoy what I've booked, because tonight is the start of a new year. It's 1988, and we're Most Improved Company of the Year, and we've got brand new storylines. Oh yes, I get a bit more fun booking. In a pre-show about had decent rest of a little heat, Steven Regal, Eddie Guerrero, Ultimate Dragon, Danny Collins defeated Ricky Knights, Chris Benoit, Dave Finlay, and Yokozuna in 5 minutes 23, and Steven Regal defeated Dave Finlay by pinfall with 56C minus. Now's quality in the colour commentary match a boost. Danny Collins 41, Ultimate Dragon 53, Eddie Guerrero 61, Steven Regal 51, Yokozuna 40, Finlay 48, Chris Benoit 61, and Ricky Knight 32. No work in progress, but Ricky Knight will suddenly start picking up in popularity for a reason you'll find out later. In a pre-show about subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Giant Haystacks defeated Jason Thunder Liger in 7:44 by pin for the elbow pin. Jason Thunder Liger's getting better his gimmick, and now says Paul Ellington's pretty weak. Now it's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Jason Thunder Liger 60, Haystacks 28, no working pros of 51D+. We've got to get Haystacks' popularity up for him to stop picking up wins and gaining fan base. In a pre-show about had decent wrestling with much heat, Marty Jannetty, Brian Pillman, Bob Holly, and Ted DiBiase. In a about decent wrestling with much heat, Marty Jannetty, Brian Pillman, and Bob Holly defeated Ted DiBiase, Vader, and Vladimir Poltov in 6:46 when Brian Pillman defeated Vader by pinfall the leaping thrusting lariat, a 66C+. Bob Holly 47, Pillman 64, Marty Jannetty 51, Vladimir Poltov 49, Vader 56, Ted DiBiase 73, Bob Holly in Rumble, and Vader in performance. I like this is called the Road Agent Report. I don't know how the Road Agent rates them. In a pre-show about that had decent wrestling and that had a good wrestling and decent crowd, Dutch Mantel defeated Lex Luger in 7:51 by pinfall the pile driver, 71C+, announced quality in the colour come together match a boost. Dutch Mantel 65, Luger 67, no working rest 71 C plus. Not bad at all. 68 C plus, and appreciable a decent amount of damage heat. Mankind defeat Owen Hart, Mankind defeat Owen Hart and Shawn Michaels in 8:28 when Mankind defeated Shawn Michaels by pinfall the pile driver. Paul Baird, a good work at ringside, announced quality in the colour comp to go match boost. Owen 67, Mankind 59, Shawn Michaels 60. No work improvements. We go now into the main show, and we open up with a 90A. Holy crap. So Hulk Hogan comes down to the ring, the new NWA champion. He goes, "You see this, brother? A new year and new goals and a new NWA champion. You see, Rick, was all talk, and I have walked away with his title. I don't care who you are, brother. Come out here and challenge me, because I will accept all comers." Hello, old friend. You see, Hogan, this is the most improved company of the year. But you see, last night, I think Vince got the message. We were going to take him down. But you see, our war is far from over. You see, Hogan, with your red and yellow shit, you look like a chicken. You see, Hogan, it took you 2 matches to beat Flair. And you come out here and act like it was not a challenge. You'll take on all comers. Here I am. What you say. I hate you with every fibre in my body, brother. And if you can get in the ring, if I can get you in the ring, fine. But let's make it no D. It'll be our next event, brother. It'll be our next event, brother. And the reason it's going to be no DQ is it's going to be extreme rules. Now, I know it's a bit cheaty, blah, but I don't care. Because it says hardcore based, I don't care. It's going to be regular, even though it's going to have... It's still going to be allowed weapons reg. That's what we're going to do. So, for some reason, they don't allow weapons, which we're going to be allowing, because, hey-ho, everybody knows. Tables, ladders, smash it up. Third wires, barbed wire, scaffolding, fire, trapping, nitrogen, burner, from taps. Okay. Weapons. Save. So yeah, they will be allowed to use weapons, but it'll be a regular hardcore match. Just so that we don't lose ratings, because I can't wrestle in a hardcore style. I'll be doing that in I will be installing, hopefully doing the similar thing in TNA as well. And I think the game's froze on me. Great. Oh, flipping heck. I love it when the game freezes on you guys. Please be aware when the game freezes, it freezes for some ridiculous reasons. Is it installed? Where is it? Hardcore reg. There we go. So that would be Hogan versus Roddy Piper in a hardcore regular match in the main event. For the NWA Championship, which we now hold. So basically, we're doing Crockett Promotions, but better. There you go, Hulk Hogan. A 90A for that. The NWA storyline is advanced that same with gained heat. Both of them were unscripted, so obviously it wasn't a problem. In a decent match, the Killer Bees defeated the Steiner Brothers in 8:24 when Brian Blair defeated Rick Steiner by pinfall the Bee Stinger 65C, Jim Berzer 61, Brian Blair 55, Rick Steiner 57, Scott Steiner 63. No work improvements, but what a lovely match. And I hate it when you watch EastEnders at Christmas and you can't stop watching it. 71C plus, a beautiful match. In a bout that had great wrestling and decent wrestling crowd, Undertaker defeat Kurt Hennig in 7:52 by pinfall the chokeslam. Undertaker makes defense number 1 of his NWA Champion NWA World Television title. Paul Baird did good work at ringside, announced quality in the colour commentary on the match boost. Kurt Hennig 82, Taker 59. Not too bad from Taker. And then we see Owen Hart come out on stage and he goes, "Undertaker, you have used your powers to scare and freak people out. It's all magic trick. It's all a magic trick. An illusion. Special effects out of the movies. You're a con. You see in 4 weeks is Extreme Rules, and at that show I'm coming for the NWA Championship. You can do all the special effects you want. It won't bother me." So with this, the lights go out, for a matter of 2 seconds and on. Undertaker is out of the ring and behind Owen on the stage, and he just basically tombstones him on stage and leaves. And we will be booking this match in, because why the hell not? Most of the matches on the night will just be under the hardcore regular rules. it's going to be very similar to what WCW did when they had a show called Unscripted. Unscripted, my arse. But yeah, so it's going to be very similar to that, but it's going to be a bit more, it's going to mostly be just hardcore regular matches, so basically just a night of weapons, really. The fans don't get bored of it, because, they're regular matches. But the NWA TV storylines fans for that. In a bad good wrestling and decent match for the crowd, Ultimate Warrior defeated Scott Hall in 8:16 by pin for the Big Splash. Ultimate Warrior makes defense number 5 of his AWA Championship title. The colour commentary match of boost, Scott Hall 75, the Ultimate Warrior 59. No work for it. 74 B-, not bad from these two. Ultimate Warrior, Scott Hall out in the front there. And then for some reason, Ricky Knight comes down to the ring and basically beats the living crap out of Warrior. Well, we don't know why. We'll find out next week. Oh yeah, I'm not booking that in yet. The Brett Foundation is just a bunch of losers looking for some TV time. The leader can't go after any titles for 1 year. So yeah, basically I forgot to mention this. Basically the loser wouldn't be allowed to challenge for any championships within this company for a year. So Brett is now stuck for a year. He can't have any title matches for a whole year. It's great. You see, it should be the King Kong Foundation, as he's the king of the ring. I've totally forgot I put that in, and I only wrote this about an hour ago. Brett, be ready. I'm coming for you. I'm going to get rid of the virus you are, and it's time the fans realise what an arse ripe you are. A 65C from Nikita Koloff there. The Hart Foundation storylines advanced started a segment of 65C. So not too bad. There's a lot of new storylines tonight. Some of them are amusing, very sports entertainment, soap opera-ish, and some of them are not. But the Road Warriors defeat Demolition again in 8:01 when Road Warrior Animal defeat Demolition smashed by pinfall. The Doomsday Device makes defense number 1 of their tag team titles, just so that the Demolition cashed in a rematch. Demolition Smash 64, Demolition Axe 73, Road Warrior Hawk 85, Road Warrior Animal 78. No work for 74 B-. Not bad from the tag team division there. I think that was quite good. Just let me have a quick drink because my throat gets very dry very quick. In a decent match, Sting defeated Honky Tonk Man in 5 minutes 40 by pinfall 69C+. Sting 63, Honky Tonk Man 66. No work for it. Sting is getting a major push now. He's not in no storylines, but he's going to be pushed to the moon. And I say that, I'm joking. Sting is celebrating his victory and Scott Hall runs in, attacks Sting, beating Sting down to the mat. Now Scott Hall has realised the name of the show, and for the first time ever on television, I do believe, I don't know if it's the first time ever in wrestling, it might be a first for the wrestling, we're going to have a tables match. I don't know whether this has happened by this point in wrestling history, because I know, I know my Attitude Era stuff now, even though I've been a fan since only 2009. But I don't know when certain matches turned up for the first time and all that lot of rubbish. But Sting versus Scott Hall, tables match. Oh, God. Shall we have a look? It might tell us, I don't know. I've spelt tables match wrong. Oh, great. It's going to give me a load of tables matches. What we can watch. I don't want to watch them because I could get done for copyright now I'm doing it. Here we go. Please do not use Wikipedia. Wikipedia isn't very good. Well, I don't think Cage Match Wrestling will tell us. So this is why I like this, because I use this quite a lot, so I know what certain matches are. Location based, weapon based, ladder match, pillar fight, weapons match. Chairs, can object on a pole, subject, tables match. There we go. Drop down to that. So tables match is a match. So it don't tell us. Yeah, but it don't tell us when it first aired. So I'll say for my history fact, it's the first ever tables match in the history of wrestling. Anyway. This is why you like me. We're going to have a look at a Wikipedia page you probably didn't even know existed. Believe me, if you want to ever know about wrestling match types and you're not sure if you're watching a wrestling show and you're not sure what match type they're on about, because they've got a brand new match type, it's been in wrestling before, it's most likely on that list. Believe you me. 74B minus and above had good wrestling and decent match crowd of the Midnight Express and the British Bulldogs defeated Can-Am Connection and the Rock and Roll Express in 6:52. When Stan Lane defeated Robert Gibson by pinfall the Savata kick. Now, because of our new style, we have to have a... I'm going to go over here. Road agent to notes. We're having to have a steal the show, high spots, or car crash match because of our new thing, so everyone's rated equally. So, Dynamite Kid 80, Dave Boy 80, Bobby Eaton 73, Stan Lane 58, Robert Gibson 63, Ricky Morton 60, Tom Zank 54, Rick Martel 71. The AAW Tag Team Championship Storyline fan segment. So, someone on this side of the board is in a Tag Team storyline. If you don't know who it is, you're an idiot. Rick Martel is in Rumble. Because it's pretty obvious who I'm going to be putting in a Tag Title storyline right now. I think it should be obvious. 76B minus from Randy Savage. He's getting better at his gimmick, and I have never liked his storyline start of the segment. And he goes, everybody thinks I liked Ric Flair because you're saying we are friends. We are not. I hate you. I will never like you. You see, Flair? My friends are the fans. The AAW army. That come out and support this new company every week. You want me to be your friend? Forget it. It's never going to happen. And I've just spoken to management in 4 weeks' time at Extreme Rules. I'm going to face you and I'm going to end your career. Ouch. So Ric Flair's been telling everybody that Randy Savage is his friend. When Randy Savage is like, fuck off, I'm not your friend. Piss off. I never will be your friend. I've never lied to you, rat ass. So yeah, Randy Savage sending shots towards Ric Flair here. Believe me, if you think these storylines are interesting, you're waiting till you see one of the storylines I've come up with. Oh, for God's sake, sod off. I don't care, it's a storyline, I'm going with it. I've got big plans, now leave me alone. Oh, sorry guys, I was just looking at something on the floor. In the Belvedere Subpar Wrestling a Little Heat, Susie Spirit, Heidi Lee Morgan and Judy Martin defeated Matilda the Hun, Luna Von Eck and Klondike Kate in 6:48 when Judy Martin defeated Matilda the Hun by pinfall the Judy drop. Judy Martin 55, Heidi Lee Morgan 49, Susie Spirit 22, Klondike Kate 29, Luna Von Eck 47, Matilda the Hun 41, and 48D+. Now, management have given me reason to believe that the women's title match is set in stone for 4 weeks' time at Extreme Rules. Because, if you might have not noticed, but Judy Martin just pinned Matilda the Hun in that match. The whole point of that was to get the to make a number one contender and then for her to get a shot at the title at the pay-per-view. Yes, it was a planned, for the first time ever, it was a planned thing that was meant to happen, and it worked. 66C+ in a decent match. Brutus Beefcake defeat Jeff Jarrett in 7:56 by pinfall. It's 66C+. The next angle is one of the most funniest things I've ever written. The announced quality lifted match, the colour commentary gave the match a boost. 56, Brutus Beefcake 65. Beefcake is improving technical. Please be aware, for the next angle, I might start giggling because I did when I was writing it. 75B- as Jerry Lawler comes out and he goes, "You're a hairdresser. Don't make me laugh. Look at your own hair. You can't be good at your job. You see, I'm the true king of AAW, and your friends are a disgrace. And you, friend, are a disgrace to my subjects, and I therefore must take you out for my kingdom." I'm sorry. Shut up, you moron. You want to take me out of AAW, which is not your kingdom, and I am not your subject. Let's think. 4 weeks, Extreme Rules, me versus Jerry Lawler. Let's do it. So, Jerry Lawler really... Now, the AWA Army... I don't know how the AWA Army are going to accept that, but, you know. If you want to know where the idea of the AWA Army came from, it was UWA Elite, which is a current company around. And UWA Elite is a very interesting company to the fact that they're not very big. They run all their shows out of a certain church. But their wrestlers are pretty good. There is some moments where you go, But they're a pretty good company. They've got Jeff Cannonball on their show, actually. You may know him from one of my series originally, Ring of Fire. But, yeah. So, you know, they're pretty good. And any of their fans, including me, because I'm a fan of them, we're known as the UWA Elite Army. and hence the AAW Army. But now Jerry King Lawler's calling him his Alliance. So now you know the British Bulldogs and the Road Warriors are backstage, and they have a massive backstage brawl which goes into the parking lot, forcing one of them to go through a car window. Ouch. More weapons are going to be used. It's going to be just a no DQ match because it was regular. But yep, the Bulldogs will be getting a shot at the AAW tag belts because Paul Ellering asked management, and management have granted it. And there you go, my friends, the Road Warriors. 69C plus, not a bad angle really. Now we're getting to the end of the card where the interesting matches come in. 72B minus in an exceptional match. Ric Flair defeated Julie Blanchard in 741 by pinfall. It wouldn't have got any high because it was only a 740 win, but Ric Flair 91, Julie Blanchard 81. Randy Savage was at the pronounced desperate point of week. I've never liked your storyline advance for segment. Not a bad match, 72B minus, I'm happy with that. 74B minus, the next exceptional match. Andre the Giant defeated Dusty Rhodes in 824 by pinfall the body slam. Dusty 84. Dusty 84, Andre 72. These two have great chemistry, lifted the match. There is actually I forgot to start one of the storylines tonight. Shit. Excuse my French there. All this giant crap, I've had it. Yes, people defeated you before. You come here and become the big guy everybody should be scared of. No, I'm coming for you. I'm going to take you down, Andre. 75B minus. Ricky Steamboat coming out and starting his feud. I can slay the giant storyline advance segment. Hence, I was watching Jack and the Beanstalk when I made this storyline up about a week ago, if not over. Well, I have forgot to start a storyline, but I'll sort that out later. I'll start it next week. In above aid, great wrestling and great heat and good wrestling. Jim Nadine Hart and Nikita Koloff defeated Bret Hart and King Kong Bundy. In 2022, when Nikita Koloff defeated Bret Hart by pinfall with the Russian Sickle, Bret Hart carried the match in terms of ring performance. Nikita Koloff 62, Jim Nadine Hart 68, King Kong Bundy 65, Bret Hart 79. The AAW changed storylines advance for this, but lost heat. But the Hart Foundation storylines advance segment and gained heat. King Kong Bundy improving in performance, which is good. But the main event is Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan, the Mega Powers, versus Bob Orton Jr. and Piper. There is a storyline featuring Bob Orton Jr. and Dusty Rhodes. You're Not a Cowboy, it's called, but hey. In an 81B, holy crap, that's good. In an exceptional match, Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan defeated Roddy Piper and Bob Orton Jr. in 25 minutes and 4 seconds, when Randy Savage defeated Roddy Piper by pinfall. Hulk Hogan 83, Randy Savage 88, Bob Orton Jr. 79, Roddy Piper 94. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth great chemistry. The NWA storyline advance segment. Hulk Hogan improving in Rumble. And then we go into the pre-show matches, which don't affect your main overall rating, because they're after the show, they're off screen. But in a terrible post-show match, Spanish Red, Mikai Honda, and Alice Lane defeated Linda Dallas, Susan Saxon, and Chainsaw in 7:29 when Alice Lane defeated Chainsaw by pinfall the German suplex. In terms of ring work, Alice Lane was 10 shoulders. Spanish Red, of course, as always, was the weak link. Alice Lane shone in this match 63, Hyundai 31, Spanish Red 19, Chainsaw 30, Susan Saxon 31, Linda Dallas 49, Chainsaw in Rumble, and Technol 36D minus. Not bad, really. 56C minus in a base post about a good great wrestling and good heat. Jerry Lawler defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 8:30 by a pinfall the pile driver. Sergeant Slaughter 69, Jerry Lawler 79. No working moves, a 56C minus. And finally, our main event of the evening, or our post-show main event, in a superb post-show bout, Adrian Adonis and Ricky Steamboat defeated Arn Anderson and Carmella in 8:28 when Ricky Steamboat defeated Carmella by pinfall the flying karate chop. In terms of ring work, Ricky Steamboat was head shoulders everyone else. He got an 89, Adrian Adonis 75, Carmella 62, Arn Anderson 69. Carmella improving in technical. 56C minus, and we end the show tonight after our 3 post-show matches, because we have quite a big roster and we need to do that occasionally. $79B. I don't know if that's the best rating we've had off the show. I don't think it is, but hey ho, a 79B I think is probably the best TV rating we got, or the best rating we could have got. Very happy with that. So gentlemen, thank you for watching. As their popularity improves and their ring work improves, like with what's been going on with New Japan, we'll suddenly, and Also, you've got to give them time to get used to the product. Once they get used to the product, they'll probably pick up like it did in New Japan. But thank you for watching. We'll see you again live very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Hello and welcome back. I've decided I'm going to be doing an entire month of AAW. I will be stopping in a bit to go get dinner, but I'll try and get rest of this recorded either tonight or I'll get a bit recorded. I've got a bit of time tomorrow because I am out tomorrow evening because I'm going to see the Panto. Oh god, I make myself sound so gay. I'm not. As many of you know I'm engaged, but hey ho, to a woman. But hey ho, let's get the show started. So the pre-show is in a very weird order. It's singles match, tag match, single match, tag match, single match, tag match. Don't ask. That's how I booked it. But in the pre-show bout that had superb wrestling and a little heat, Ted DiBiase defeated Bull James? No, that's the modern day guy. Bull Payne in 8:27 by pinfall of Hot Shot. He's brought in a one-night deal. He's got a 15. He's a rookie year, so I might give him a shot in the Ring of Fire. But Ted DiBiase 78, which is why I got a 60. Bull Payne's way off his game. Bull Payne's getting base going. Now it's quality in the colour commentary gave DiBiase. Ted DiBiase looked excellent, which is what I wanted. He might come back. I know we've got a few guys who I've given one-night deals to who work down there, so we'll see what happens. But in a pre-show bout, they had good wrestling and decent match. The crowd. The Steiner Brothers defeated Can-Am Connection in 8:24 when Scott Steiner defeated Tom Zek by pinfall. The Steiner device 74B-. Tom Zek 67, Rick Martel 88, Rick Steiner 60, and Scott Steiner 59. Tom Zek in performance. Not bad. Rick Martel came to extra 3 for us. Sorry about that. It was very rude of me. Oh, great. We got a dislocated shoulder. Ouch. Just pop it back in. No word of a lie. When I went to see World Association Wrestling in... before Zack Knight actually got injured and was paralysed or whatever happened to him, I'm not really sure of the facts. But when I went to see him in Cromer, they had a 3 stages of hell match as the main event. It was Old School versus the UK Hooligans and Ricky Knight Jr. And during that match, Zack Knight's shoulder actually did pop out and he got the person to pop it back in for him and he just continued wrestling. No word of a lie, that happened. That shows you the UK. That is kind of when I kind of went back on the side of the UK Hooligans AAW, because the passion the UK Hooligans have for wrestling, it's and what they do. And when he came and watching the 2 weekend shows, that night came out to help his brother, and then when he made his surprise return, because he said he'll be back in February, and he made his surprise return to the ring on that night on the evening show, the pop was ridiculous in Norwich. But they are the biggest stars the AEW has. You could bring in Rey Mysterio, you can bring in Jack Swagger, but nothing's going to beat the pop UK Hooligans get around the UK. Sadly, they're not going to get it in my version of the UK when I'm doing New Japan, because they work for me. And I haven't fired them. The announced quality lifted the match, and the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Eddie Guerrero 51, Vladimir Poltov 49. No working as 54C-. Not a problem. Nice little match. I will say this, Bad Luck Farley's staying, but Bobby Lashley's gone. And there's quite a few people I've released who I weren't doing a lot with. I did say I was going to do it at the end of the episode. That has happened. I've got a nice toffee sitting on the computer, which I'll eat when I'm finished recording, because I won't sound very good if I'm eating a toffee. In a pre-show bout had subpar wrestling and little heat. Judy Martin and Susie Spirit defeated Klondike Cake and Matilda the Hun in 1815, when Judy Martin defeated Matilda Hun by pinfall with a Judy drop. So for the second time in a week, Judy Martin has defeated Matilda the Hun. But nobody will know about this, because in this day and age, the pre-show, the dark matches stayed dark. Susie Spirit 26, Judy Martin 57, Matilda Hun 44, Klondike Cake 36, Matilda Hun improving performance. Klondike Cake, of course, being British. 48D. 6-3C and above had decent wrestling, but don't have but little heat. Ultimate Dragon defeat Jeff Jarrett in 7:53 by pinfall. Ultimate Dragon 50, Jeff Jarrett 60. Will I stop yawning at 63C? It shows you when you only go to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning and then you're up by 10:30 in the morning. I couldn't get to sleep last night. I don't know what was going on. It took me forever to get to sleep. I kept trying. I was laying there for an hour and then gave up watching wrestling. Yeah, my life revolves around wrestling. In a pre-show bout, had good wrestling and detail to the crowd. The Midnight Express defeated the Killer Bees. For God's sakes. In 7:33, when Stan Lane defeated Jim Brazil by rocket launcher. In terms of ring work, Bobby Eaton's head and shoulders above everyone else, so 74B-. Stanley and Bobby Eaton showed it to cameras team together. The colour come together match a boost. Jim Brazil 61, Brian Blair 57, Bobby Eaton 81, Stanley 69. If I got one more stage, I'm gonna bloody lose it. Now on to the main show. 81B, not as good as Hogan and Roddy Piper, but better than I thought these two would do. So it's the Battle of the Cowboys. In my eyes, Dusty Rhodes is a modern day cowboy, and Bob Orton's about, you know, the old fashioned sort of cowboy. And that's what we're going with, okay? Just so you know. You see, this place is full of great people, but there's one person who walks around here looking like a cowboy out of the westerns. You see, I am the modern day cowboy. I'm what a cowboy looks like today, a modern day cowboy. I put my back into what I do every week on my farm with my boys, and it's time Bob Orton knows he looks like an idiot. I look like an idiot. You see, you come here, so you came here so you did not have to wear polka dots and made a clown of by Vince like everybody else on this damn roster. You see, 1988 is the year of AAW, and Dusty, I need to get rid of you and your stupid modern day cowboy crap. I'm a true cowboy, unlike these fans who probably have never done a hard day's work in their life. Just shut up. You want to see who the better cowboy is? Let's have a match at Extreme Rules. Me versus you. The winner is the better cowboy. You're on. Basically, I've got two men fighting over who's the better cowboy. Yep, this is why I love wrestling so much, because this is stuff you don't see often enough in WWE. Sorry. Well, I'm not being mean to WWE. Wrestling Regret had a good point the other day when I was watching one of his videos. He said, where's the characters gone? And it is true. Where are the characters? You know, you've got Bray Wyatt. You've got Bray Wyatt. I'm not being mean. He's got a bit of a character to him. But, you know, Matt Hardy's now getting a bit of a character back to him because he's now using this woken business. And hopefully in August it'll change back to normal. Oh my flipping god, I haven't done this all day. I've been able to record without yawning all day, and now I'm just going to start fucking yawning. Ugh. Oh great, I will now get demonetized. I'll probably not even get monetized anyway, even though it's set up, because I ain't getting enough views by the looks of it. Bob Orton's developing better performance skills, hooray! Oh good, it goes to not respond so I can have a quick yawn. Well, I'm in front of 9,300 people at the Omaha Civic Udo Arena. In a battle of decent, great wrestling and a decent match crowd, The Undertaker and the British Bulldogs defeat Owen Hart and Road Warriors in 6:43 when Dave Boy Smith defeated Owen Hart by pinfall the running power slam. The Undertaker struggled to read and struggled to perform 70C+. Road Warrior Animal was really off his game point and did good work at ringside. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. The colour commentary going match a boost. Owen 70, Road Warrior 82. God's sakes. Animal 69. Dynamite Kid 84. David Boy 85. The Undertaker 58. The Undertaker in performance. Owen Hart in performance. And David Boy improving in flying, which is amazing. If you want to watch a really good horror film, if you're into horror films, find Demonic. I think it's 2015 it came out. It is one of the weirdest, but one of the best horror. You don't think you're going to enjoy it. It looks like a cheap horror film, and then it's really cleverly made and really good. Just put it that way. And about that decent wrestling down much heat, Steven Regal, Shawn Michaels, Mighty Gino, Bob Holly defeated Benoit, Giant Haystacks, Mankind, and Yokozuna in 5:58 when Mighty Gino defeated Chris Benoit by pinfall the Rocker Drop. 59C, Haystacks is the weak link. Paul Bear, good work at ringside, nice quality in the colour commentary match boost. I forgot to look at who improved in the last match. Oh well. Bob Holly 50, Mighty Gino 53, Shawn Michaels 58, Steven Regal 53. Yawning yet again. Yokozuna 45, Mankind 63. Haystacks, 28, and Benoit 61. And Bob Holly improving performance. What's going to happen is, because we're going up and down the country, Bob Holly's improving performance, which is good. The problem is we're going up and down the country, so everybody's got a different popularity basis in each area of the country. So some weeks people are going to be very high in good ratings because they're getting equally rated, and some weeks they're just going to be even worse. Why is Jim Brazil doing an angle about... This is meant to be Jim Nadine Hart. Okay, everyone, ignore Jim Brazil. This is Jim Nadine Hart. This is advancing the storyline between him and King Kong Bundy. Sorry, Brett, I'm the best. You're not. Now I've got to fight your bodyguard. How the hell did he win King of the Ring? You see, in 3 weeks at Extreme Rules, I'll send your big boy packing back to the Freak Show where he belongs. I am the AAW champion, and the AAW army are behind me all the way. So yeah, Jim Brazil is going to be facing King Kong Bundy. No, of course not. I've seen mistakes happen before, but this is not as good as I think it was Mark Andrews becoming Maria Kanellis. Total Team Talk. That was a great episode. That gave me a giggle. What am I doing? Jim. There you are, my friend. You're gonna take on Bundy. So Jim Nadino's been quite a good champion for us. You know, Brett got stripped because of what happened. You know, Jim Nadino's been doing quite a good job as champion, I think. And, oh, yeah, it's got to be a hardcore match. I forgot. Sorry, guys. You probably all go, yeah, he said it's all going to be the hardcore regular match because there's going to be no rules all night long because it's Extreme Rules. It's going to be, like, unscripted. Meh. The problem is you guys can't comment because I've turned comments off on all my videos. Which is not something I'm doing because of you guys. It's because there's someone, and I know it's the same person even though it's a different counter name, coming onto my channel and calling me a cunt all the time, and I'm not going to tolerate that. So if I turn the comments off, he can't do that, and it don't make me feel pissed off and want to quit, which I'm not going to do. But you know, it gets very fucking annoying if someone, you know, you put your effort in every day to do this. I've been recording since I woke up this morning. It's now 6 o'clock, and I've been recording or editing, and you know, they come on and you see I've been editing and recording and stuff today, and they come on and call you a cunt. It just pisses you off. In above, had great wrestling in good heat. Bret Hart defeated Brutus Beefcake in 5:44 by submission of sharpshooter after a distraction from Jerry Lawler. 74B minus. Brutus Beefcake 63. Hart 81. No worker improvements. I should have given Hart the belt, but then we would have had Hart versus Thingy. After the victory, Nikolai Koloff runs in, beating Bret Hart down to the mat. Just advancing that storyline. That will go into more detail later on this evening. Oh, you're not responding. Okay. In a terrible match, Linda Dallas, Susan Sexton, Chainsaw defeated Hailey Moore and Mickey Hyder, Spanish Red in 8:22, and Chainsaw defeated Hyundai by pinfall. 45D, Susan Sexton off the game, Chainsaw seemed off the game, and that's quality in the colour commentary getting match boost. Chainsaw 33, Susan Sexton 29, Linda Dallas 51. Spanish Red 22, Hyundai 35, and Heidi Lee Morgan 52. Spanish Red Fly, Linda Dallas performance, and Hyundai in performance, which is good. 45D. It's very similar to the women's division in bloody TNA at the moment, isn't it? Oh, they've all just started out. They're not very good in the ring. Oh, God help us. Judy Martin in the back of 53C, and hooray, it's the right person. You see this? The Glow division on fire here in AAW. I'm getting a shot at the title in 3 weeks. You see Matilda Hunt? I beat you last week. I pinned you in the middle of that ring. And in 3 weeks' time, I'll do it again. You also do it again. Be ready. Yeah, you did that tonight as well, but no one saw that, so you don't mention it because it's in the pre-show. Which is just a way of these 9,000 fans getting a little taste, you know. In above, had good wrestling and decent crowd. The Rock and Roll Express defeat Demolition in 8:28 when Ricky Morton defeated Demolition Smash by pinfall, the double drop kick. Demolition Smash 59, Demolition Axe 72, Robert Gibson 67, Ricky Morton 68, and Robert Gibson in Rumble a 72B minus. I will be using the same features and setup I've got for New Japan on all my videos from now on, which I've took a picture of because everything's a bit different. 62C, but Ricky Knight was the weak link. Well, Ricky Knight's about to get a huge push in this company. In above, had decent wrestling, but little heat. Ricky Knight Jr., Dave Finney, and Juice Thunder defeated Juice and Thunder Liger. Brian Pillman and Ultimate Warrior in 7-12, and Ricky Knight defeated Pillman by pinfall the pile driver. Ricky Knight was the weakness to kill on his performance, but Vader's the one improving in performance, not Ricky Knight. Ultimate Warrior 59, Brian Pillman 64, Juice and Liger 60, Vader 67, Dave Finney 44, Ricky Knight 31. I actually ain't going to complain with 31 from Ricky Knight. That's pretty good, to be honest. Ooh, goody! Now, I am going to say this Undertaker isn't as weird as the other Undertaker. If you haven't seen the TNA series, go and watch him, because he has zombies and he can control time. This Undertaker can't do that yet. Probably won't be long till I decide to add that in. So we see, I need to make this point very clear. At the moment, they're in Paul Bearer's, Paul Bearer's pallbearer shop, you know, where all the coffins are and that. Which gets a 65C, which is good because this angle's very weird and fun. So, oh yes, Owen, you think it's all voodoo and magic tricks and TV camera control. I can tell you it's not. Oh no. We are the power of the supernatural, and we are being predictable. You think it's magic tricks? How do we do this then? God, here we go. He then holds up the urn, and the scene goes black, and then they're standing behind Owen Hart in his locker room. Boo! Time to take you with us. Oh, yes. The fact I've got this image now of Owen Hart just sitting in his locker room watching this on the telly, and then they're stood behind him and he just goes, boo! If you wanted family friendly in WWE, and they did this angle and it was family friendly, that is what they would do, wouldn't it? Boo! I'm behind you now, boo! I don't know why I put boo. I should have just put time to take you with us. Undertaker, they both grab Owen Hart, and they hold up the urn, and then they vanish again, and we just see the locker rooms blank. 65C. Oh God! I'm gonna have a laughing fit because I think it's not as bad as zombies and coppers and starting to roll, and then Undertaker holds up the urn and just freezes the entire time. So all the fans are still going crazy, and then there's just these bunch of zombies and police officers stood on stage because they're frozen. In a bad decent wrestling, but little heat. Dutch Mantel defeated Danny Boy Collins in 508 by pinfall the pile driver. I don't care if it says Danny Collins, it's Danny Boy Collins. Dutch Mantel 68, Danny Collins 45. Danny Collins proven performance. A 72B minus. Danny Collins will be getting a major push in 3 months' time. Believe you me. I have got huge plans around. Oh, 44D. Not bad for a promo from Ricky Knight. No work experience, but these United States storyline fans for this. I am the rowdy one, Ricky Knight. You can boo me, you can call me names. I am the future star in AAW, and you, and all you stupid army members, better take notice. So I'm going to take down your beloved hero, Ultimate Warrior. Have I booked this in yet? Or is this even booked in for Full Throttle? No, it isn't. So yes, at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view on Sunday, week 4 of January, which you will now get in this episode because I've decided that we might as well. And I've finally stopped yawning, and I'll say that, and I'll yawn in about 10 seconds because I feel it coming on. Ricky Knight Jr. Ricky Knight... Seriously, I need to stop getting my series mixed up. Ricky Knight, the original, the granddad of Ricky Knight Jr., is taking on Ultimate Warrior. Seriously, I need to stop getting all my wrestlers mixed up because I'm having a bloody massive panic attack here. In about that good hit in decent wrestling, Honky Tonk Man defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 6:27 by pinfall the Shake, Rattle and Roll. Just a random match of 60C. Honky Tonk Man 54, Slaughter 57. Honky Tonk Man improving performance. Of course, you see, certain wrestlers who were good because it was rated on popularity are now dropped to be shit because it's rated on popularity and performance equally. Which is how I like it to be. Just makes my show seem a bit more, fair. 70C plus in a superb match, Ricky Steamboat and Sting defeated Scott Hall and the Andre the Giant in 7:52 when Ricky Steamboat defeated Scott Hall by pinfall the Flying Karate Chop. Steamboat carried the match in terms of ring performance of 70C plus. Andre the Giant 74, Scott Hall 73, Sting 70, Ricky Steamboat 89. No work appearance. I can slay the giant storyline as fans with the segment, and I take it down storyline as a fans of the segment. Hey, you, take the poster down, will you? That's what that storyline's about. Why is Nikita Koloff was not meant to be on screen, but oh well. At least we know the storyline's advancing, even though he's not on camera at all, he's off camera. Nikita, you want to come after me and attack me after my match? We are the future of this company, and we'll be around long after you retire. Retire. It's time you understood that. You want me, you got me. You got me at the hardcore match, as like all the matches are. What the fuck? So basically, I've just read this. I'll read it as it's typed. You want me? You got it. It at the hardcore match, as like all the matches in 3 weeks. So basically, he's saying you've got it in the hardcore match, which all the matches are in 3 weeks at Extreme Rules. Don't even bloody ask what the hell I was trying to say there. Have we already set this in stone? No. I have to check if I've already booked this, because certain matches I do book off camera, and I know I haven't done it, but I was like, did I book it last week? No, I didn't. Yeah. So basically, I sometimes type, and certain letters get missed out, and then it doesn't make sense, and then I can't remember what I was meant to say because I don't write it down. Because hey, that's what I do. But there you go. So basically, he's basically going, yeah, in hardcore match like all the matches are in 3 weeks' time. Because all the matches have got no rules. It doesn't mean that every match is going to have steel chairs and weapons used, but it just means if they want to, there's no countouts, there's no disqualifications, it's just full out brawl. It's only 4B minus, not bad at all. In about that great heat and good wrestling, Jim the Dean Hart, Lex Luger and Kurt Hennig defeated Arn Anderson, Carmella and King Kong Bundy in 7 foot 23, when Lex Luger defeated Arn Anderson by pinfall. In terms of ring work, Kurt Hennig was the best in this match. Really need to push Jim the Dean Hart then. King Kong Bundy 63, Carmella 58, Arn Anderson 62, Kurt Hennig 79, Lex Luger 65, Jim the Dean Hart 69. Bundy improving in Rumble. Hennig seemed off his game though, and he was still the best in this match. I will be saying this, guys. The main event's not going to disappoint tonight. Dynamite Kid, Davey Boy Smith and Scott Hall attack Sting backstage, leaving him down. So the AA Tag Team storylines Van Segment lost heat, but so did the other storyline and gained heat at 64C because these, I don't know why it advances. I think I've set it up wrong, but I don't care. They probably think these two are feuding. Really should eat this toffee. He's going to stick to my computer when I move it. In a battle of DCMS and Medusa and Luna defeated Alice Lane and Amy Muscles 804 when Medusa defeated Alice Lane by a pin for the German suplex. Alice Lane was 10 shoulders over nuts. Amy Muscles 57, Alice Lane 67. Luna Vonk 51 and Medusa 51. Medusa in Technical and Amy Muscles in Technical 56C minus. Not a bad women's match. Women's match? Women's? No, women's match, Josh. Put your teeth in, mate. In a battle of superb wrestling in great heat, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff and Tully Blanchard defeated Jerry Lawler, Bob Orton Jr. and Agent Adonis in 7:05, and Dusty defeated Bob Orton Jr. by pin for the Bionic Elbow. And if that happens at Hardcore, it's going to happen. Bob Orton Jr. is getting better his gimmick, and Tully Blanchard's getting better his gimmick. The colour commentary together match boost. Agent Adonis 79, Bob Orton Jr. 79, Jerry Lawler 82, Tully Blanchard 79, Nico Koloff 73, Dusty Rhodes 74. The reason the matches don't go any higher than the 74B minus is you can't get a B plus unless it goes over a certain time limit. Nicole to Koloff is improving the technical, which is why we do the longer main events. So tonight, the 4 big names so these 4 people, so it goes Hogan, Piper, Andre, Flair, then Savage. So these 4 people are in our most recognised people of the company. So they should do pretty well in the main event, and they'll do even better next week because I'm going to change the user preferences to the ones who use it. I don't think I need to. There you go, guys. Our first ever 83B plus in our current save. That's what we're talking about. New Japan Pro Wrestling, now here in AAW All Action Wrestling. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, the AKA... the Mega Powers, defeat Ric Flair and Roddy Piper in 25-22, when Randy Savage defeated Roddy Piper by pinfall. Oh god, we got backstrain, but Mr. Elizabeth is here. Getting better his gimmick. Randy Savage 90, Hogan 86, Roddy Piper 95, Ric Flair 91. No work appearance. That is how we end tonight's show. Yep, we thank you Grizzly Smith for telling us about the backstrain. I hope you don't die soon, because I'm going to have to find another road agent, and you seem to be pretty good at your job, giving me all the information I need to know. I think he's the only road agent we have in the company. I might be wrong. I think there's 2 actually, but he's one of the few. I always make sure he's doing the main events. But an A3B gets an 80B. My friends, we will thank you, bid you good night, and we'll see you live once again next week for 2 weeks before the live go home show. And this is probably quite a long part. Yeah, 24 minutes because I've been rabbiting on. Right, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you live next week for another edition of Full Throttle. Thanks. Hello, people. So, I need 2 more women. I'm missing 2 women, which I'll get from Revolution Pro Wrestling. But we open up with a holy shit 80B, and this is on the pre-show. It's not even the main card tonight. 10,000 people live at the Corpus Christi Center. I don't even know if that was arena used in Corpus Christi, Texas, which I'm using. Well, tonight I'm going to record this episode, which it's now 9:14 in the morning. Hooray! And then I'm going to go and call my mum, remind her to pick me up at 4:30. And then I'm going to wash up. Then I'm going to come back and get the next episode set up and then recorded. So Demolition Smash improving performance. Demolition Smash 60. Demolition Knight 74. Eaton 78. Stanley 67. Road Warrior Hawk 80. And Road Warrior Animal 75. Demolition Smash improving performance. So I have teamed everybody up in the tag team division. Out of the women wrestlers, everybody's tagged up. The only problem is I've got 2 who are not tagged up, but because I've just started Revolution Pro Wrestling, because I forgot that we ain't got a training grounds. So we've got the AAW Dojo, and we've got Revolution Pro Wrestling, which is being booked by Ollie Anderson. I can't remember who the owner is, but Revolution Pro Wrestling is like our training school. But we've got, people don't know that, because in this day and age I don't think it was very common, or it's probably the first ever done. In a terrible pre-show match, Susan Spirit defeated Susan Sexton in 5:25. So Susan Sexton and Susan Spirit both need tag partners. So we'll find some when everyone joins on Thursday night. They don't click. 24:30. No work appearances. 5 minutes 25 by pinfall. 30 plus. I knew it'd be shit, hence why it was so short. And on the pre-show. $62C. In the pre-show battle, had decent wrestling heat. Danny Collins, Eddie Guerrero, Brian Pillman, Steve Regal defeated Chris Benoit, Dave Finlay, Mankind, and Vader in 6 and 7. When Eddie Guerrero defeated Dave Finlay by pin for the Frog Splash. Steve Regal 50, Pillman 64, Eddie Guerrero 56, Danny Collins 46, Vader 57, Mankind 58, Dave Finlay 51, and Benoit 60. Mankind in performance, Eddie Guerrero in technical, and Vader in technical as well. Paul Bearer did good work at ringside. Danny Collins seemed off his game. He ain't moved to America yet. C2C. I'm going to say this. The main event tonight is near enough 30 minutes. And it is a title match. And it is a rematch. In a decent pre-show match, Jeff Jarrett and Dutch Mantel defeated Michaels and Slaughter in 8:20 when Jeff Jarrett defeated Michaels by pinfall. In terms of ring work, Sergeant Slaughter's head shots everyone else. Dutch Mantel 48, Jarrett 43, Slaughter, is that 60 or 83? 63, and Michael's 54. I hate my screen. I cleaned it the other day and it's now dirtying up again. There we go, I can see the numbers again now. And in our final pre-show match, in a decent pre-show match, Vladimir Perturov defeated Rick Martel in 14:44 by pinfall the Russian Sickle. Rick Martel 65, Vladimir Perturov 46. Vladimir Perturov improving in performance. I'm not sending him down to Revolution Pro Wrestling because, to be quite honest, he's doing quite well with a 46. So we'll see what happens. And we've got 10,000 people tonight, so it's brilliant. And we open up tonight with an 88B. I thought this would get better, but I forgot to set Randy Savage to be rated, so it's only rated on Hogan. No work appearance. Have never liked your storylines, advanced the segment and gained heat. So he wants to deny it. You see, we've got Revolution Pro Wrestling, the first promotion to be a training ground for the future. You see, Randy Savage, when you wanted out of the WWF, who did you come crawling to? Me, to get you a contract. You see, Savage, everybody knows you kissed my ass in the back. Woo! You see, Savage, you can deny it all you want, but you don't hate me, you love me, and you want to be my friend. Woo! The how do I? The how? Did I go to you? I went to my best friend Hulk Hogan. You see, Flair, I spend most of my time with the younger talent in the back, or with Hogan. The problem is, in 2 weeks, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to use anything that's not tied down. You think because you've been rated one of the top wrestlers in the world, you can be an ass and say stuff? That's not true. It won't work, Rick. See you later. An 88B plus to open up tonight's show. Randy Savage telling Ric Flair how it is. And we open up with a poor match, but Mighty Jannetty does quite well. I'm just trying to get Ricky Knight over a bit. Ricky Knight defeats Mighty Jannetty in 6:16 by pinfall pile driver. 44D, Mighty Jannetty 44, Ricky Knight 36. No work for us. Just trying to give him a win, get him over, so the crowd can enjoy and become fans of Ricky Knight, which is what we want. Ricky Knight. Well, we don't want to become fans of him, we just want them to hate him. In a decent match, the Steiner Brothers defeat the Killer Bees in 5:41 when Scott Steiner defeated Brian Blair by pinfall the Steiner device, 63C. Jim Bunzel 54, Brian Blair 53, Rick Steiner 63, Scott Steiner 57. No work appearance. I don't know what happens in the beginning two angles because I did set them up last night before going to bed quite early. Paul, Listen here, Bulldogs. In 2 weeks' time, you get a shot for these tag team championships. My Road Warriors will show you what a fight is. I'm not letting you get away with a sneak attacks. We're going to make you bleed and cause you so much pain. You wish you never challenged the Road Warriors. You can tell the Tigers are put sure. 66C plus from Paul Aaron and the Road Warriors there. So we're going to cause them so much pain that they wish they would never challenge the Road Warriors. It's going to be an interesting matchup, I have to say. Next match, please. And this is why I need more women. In about everybody's been teamed up apart from the two in the pre-show, because I ain't got partners for them just yet. But in about that subpar wrestling and little heat, the Unforgiven defeated Devil Machines, Crosswires, and Epidemic in 7:56. So Hyunda and Spanish Red teamed up. Medusa and Luna Vonk are tagged up. Alice Lane and Amy Muscles are teamed up. And then you've got Chainsaw and Nasty teamed up. And then you've got Judy Martin and Heidi Lee Morgan. And then you've got Klondike Cake and Matilda the Hun teamed up. And then the other two ain't teamed up yet. But yeah, so in 7:56, the order elimination was Devil Machines first. Then Epidemic. And finally Crosswires. The Unforgiven are now your Glow Tag Team Champions. Spanish Red was the weak link, strong to keep up with everyone else's influence. Spanish Red 26, Mika Hyundai 41, Luna Vonk 52, Medusa 48, Amy Muscles 54, Alice Lane 63, Linda Dallas 47, Chainsaw 38. Luna Vonk Performance, Amy Muscles in Rumble, Spanish Red Performance. So where's the tag team titles suddenly come from? I've had them for a while because we've brought out Glow. And my women's division has been doing quite well lately. I know there's a few people, but I was thinking if we start tagging people up, we can start having more interesting matches every week and change it up a bit. And hopefully, we're going to get more improvements across the board because they'll be learning off their partners. That's the idea behind it. And here you go. This is, I can't remember what I called them now. But the Glow Championship Storylines advances segment of 41D. You see this? You see this? You see? This is Revolution. This is AAW. You see, the tag team division for women has begun. And tonight, me and my partner Judy Martin, we are coming for Klondike Kate and Matilda Hun. And we're going to take you both down, and we're going to take both you down a peg. I've beat you so many times on events, and in 2 weeks, I'm walking out champion. But tonight, me and Heidi are walking out with a win. So yeah, I have found out that AAW is a real company, and it's known as Professional Wrestling Redefined. All American Wrestling or something. If you haven't watched it, it's some of the wrestling shows they've done. They've got a demand on Pivot show. It's amazing. The Undertaker, Paul Bearer, and Owen Hart are on screen, but they're not in action this week. We see they're in a darkened room with Owen tied up, and there are coffins all around, and Undertaker's just standing inside a purple one. You made a grave mistake. Oh yes, you did, Owen. You see what we do is not TV magic, and now you know this. We'll let you go before next week. Don't worry. You see, all I need is some measurements for your coffin, and then you can go and play with Mankind. Then we'll let you go. Oh, yes. So, they've basically kidnapped him so they could make a coffin for him, and then he's got to go and play with Mankind, and they'll let him go. If you remember, Paul Bearer manages Mankind. So, they're treating Mankind as like a, grown-up kid. In a poor match, the Destructors defeated Trailblazers, that was it. In 5 minutes 53, Matilda Hunt defeated Heidi Lee Morgan by a pin for the Big Splash. Klondike Kate was the weak link. Heidi Lee Morgan 49, Judy Martin 54, Matilda Hunt 49, Klondike Kate 31. No work for us, but the Glow storyline has advanced and gained heat. 51D plus, not as good as I thought they would do, but I'll let those girls off, because as I say, the girls need some work. 65C in a decent match, Giant Haystacks and Scott Hall defeated Sting and the Ultimate Warrior in 5:41 when Giant Haystacks defeated the Ultimate Warrior by pinfall, the elbow pin, after distraction from Ricky Knight. Giant Haystacks is the weakness of the performance of 65C. Warrior 62, Sting 68, Scott Hall 65, Giant Haystacks 33. No work improvements. The AAW storylines advanced segment and gained heat, and so is the Take It Down advanced storyline advanced and gained heat. That was fan Slayer. So Ricky then grabs the mic and goes, "You see, that's why I'm going to beat you, because you can't, because beat you. That is why I'm going to beat you, Because you can't keep your... Because you keep taking... Right. Let me try this again. You see, that's why I'm going to beat you. Because you keep taking your eyes off what's going on in the ring. There, finally, 42D. I got there in the end. I don't know why, but that is not what was written on the screen. And I kept getting confused. I'm just sorting Pooh's legs out. That sounds very weird. Bruce Beefcake and Jerry Lawler are having a massive backstage brawl, and security have to come and split them up. 76B minus. I think we've got the best promo from Roddy Piper I've ever done for Roddy since when we've had him in games. As manager or as general manager on TNA or any of the things I've done with Roddy Piper in this on any of these databases, the best promo ever, and you'll love it. Dusty Rhodes clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well. Good. 2 weeks' time, I'm going to win. I'm going to leave the ring as the best cowboy. You see, Bob, nobody likes you. The AAW army are behind me, and this revolution is coming for Vince. After he declared war on us, Vince, you're going to regret that, punk. And I'm going out. And I'm going to show you why Bob should go back to you, because he's not a star. Ouch. So yeah, Vince McMahon's declared war on us. I didn't declare war on him, he declared war on us. So we're now saying that Vince ain't got any stars, which is true. We're doing better shows every week than him. Yeah, we are pushing them to the wall. In a battle that had great wrestling and good heat, British Bulldogs defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 7:40 when Davey Boy Smith defeated Ricky Morton by a pinfall running slam. The colour commentary together match of boost, Dynamite Kid 83, Davey Boy 80, Robert Gibson 70, Ricky Morton 72, a 74B minus. No worker improvements. We move on. I don't know what's next. I haven't even got a clue what's going on in this show right now. In a battle that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Andre the Giant defeated Truly Blanchard in 8:29 by pinfall the body slam. Truly 78, Andre 69, no worker improvements. A 74B minus. Not bad at all. Is that shortcut? Yeah, that's good. 24%. Ooh. I closed down last night without realising it hadn't been done. Andre the Giant is celebrating his victory in the ring when Ricky Steamboat just runs in, beating the living crap out of him, which is good. 74. 78B. Hulk Hogan, you are Batman, and I'm the Joker. You see, without me, there would be no Hogan. You see, I make Hogan. Every superhero needs a villain to chase, and I'm your villain. But in 2 weeks' time, I bring the kryptonite, and I beat the superhero, Hulk Hogan. So, not only we got Batman references, we've got Superman references as well. I thought it sounded cool. I think that's a very good promo, and I think it's one of the best I've ever written. And I think it's very Roddy Piper as well. At least he ain't blacking up this time. 74B minus in a superb match. Ted DiBiase, Arn Anderson, Jerry Lawler and Roddy Piper defeat Adrian Adonis, Bruce Beefcake, Hurt Hennig and Lex Luger in 6:08 when Jerry Lawler defeated Adrian Adonis by pinfall with the pile driver. Roddy Piper 93, Jerry Lawler 81, Arn Anderson 62, Ted DiBiase out there with an 87, Lex Luger 65, Hennig 80, Bruce Beefcake 62 and Adrian Adonis 73. No worker improvements, 74B minus, not a bad match. Glad you like losing, Punk. In 2 weeks you're going to lose again. You see, Brett, I am a powerhouse. I'm a fighter, and in 2 weeks it's Extreme Rules, and that means I can use anything, and boy, I can't wait. So Nikita Koloff sending a very strong message of 78B from him, not bad, to Bret Hart here tonight, going, I'm gonna, I can use anything. I can't wait for it. In the battle, had fantastic and great wrestling. Jim Nadine Hart and Dusty Rhodes defeated Bob Orton Jr. and King Kong Bundy in 8:28 when Jim Nadine Hart defeated Bob Orton Jr. by pinfall the Anvil Flatliner. 74B. Dusty 75, Jim Nadine Hart 70, King Kong Bundy 66, Bob Orton Jr. 78. No work for us. This match between Jim and King Kong might go quite far down the card, because I've got better wrestlers, but I'm not taking the belt off. I'm not gonna be taken away from this. In about that superb wrestling and great heat, Bret Hart and Honky Tonk Man defeated Ricky Steamboat and Nikita Koloff in 7:44 when Bret Hart defeated Nikita Koloff by submission with a sharpshooter. So he's beaten him 2 weeks before Extreme Rules. So what's going to happen now? That's going to play in the mind of Pit fans. Need Koloff seemed off his desk. The announce desk Dynamite Kid was pretty weak. The colour comment's going to match boost. There is a reason Dynamite Kid is at the announce desk, and it makes sense on a bit. Nikita Koloff 72, Ricky Steamboat 90, Honky Tonk Man 63, Bret Hart 82. No work improvements. And the reason he's at the announce desk is because he's, you know, watching out for Bret Hart. But in the back, his partner Davey Boy Smith, Scott Hall, and King Kong Bundy attacking Sting, and just basically leaving a bloody mess in the locker room, beating him down because he's going after Scott Hall. We'll find out more next week and see if Scott. This did good actually. This is better than I thought it was. And above had fantastic heat, great wrestling. Randy Savage defeated Carmella in 11:05 by pinfall. An 80B. Carmella 58, Randy Savage 87. So Randy Savage carried the match, but Carmella, well done mate, you were good tonight. And then the video hypes up the main event of the evening as we see Hogan taking on Ric Flair for his rematch, and it only gets a 979B. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Ric Flair by pinfall with an axe bomber. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 1 of his NWA World title. Ric Flair 94, Hogan 81. I don't know why that match got such a poor rating. Ric Flair, charisma, star quality. Hogan bonus for charisma, star quality. Same got a bonus from referee and Randy. Got a bonus from road agent work. Hulk Hogan's stamina, chemistry, announce quality, and segment rating was penalised due to lack of associated hot storyline. There you go. But then, of course, Roddy Piper runs in and just basically beats the living shit out of Hogan to end tonight's show. Hopefully Hogan and Roddy Piper can do better because they've got a storyline. This show is going to go down in history as a 78B and be the worst show we've pulled off in a while. I thought that would be quite good because it's for the title. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching me increase the popularity of 45 regions. Next week, expect to see Susan Spirit with a tag partner and Susan Sexton with a tag partner as the Glow Tag Team Championship storyline or tag team titles make more effect next week. Thank you for watching, my friends. We'll see you next week for the Go Home show. Hello guys and welcome to the Go Home edition of Full Throttle. Yeah, the Go Home edition ahead of Extreme Rules, my friends. And I've got some big news for you. There's not many big angles. But in a 63C, in the pre-show I've had decent amounts of below heat, Brian Pillman, Danny Collins defeated, of course, Benoit and David Finlay in 12:50 when Danny Collins defeated Benoit by pinfall. Collins 45, Pillman 65, Finlay 53, Benoit 60. No work appearance with Danny Collins 63C. We have got a special guest tonight. We're live from Washington, D.C. at the D.C. Armory in front of 10,000 rock and rolling AAW Army members. In the pre-show bout at D. Smash Madame Chief, Steven Regal defeated Vader in 12:14 by submission with a Regal stretch of 59C, Steven Regal 52, Vader 57. No work improvements of 59C. The next match, we have a special guest on board tonight who is not very good in the ring and is going to not do as well as other people. Demolition Axe on shoulders. Sid Vicious was the weak link, but at 66C plus. Sid Vicious has been given the night here to work with Rick Martel, who is improving performance, but he is the he's on a development deal with Revolution Pro Wrestling, which is our training grounds, and he is their champion. So I thought I'd bring him in for the night. Demolition Smash 63, Axe 74, Sid Vicious 27, Rick Martel 61. So he's still quite good. He's got a 27, a 66C plus for that. Hopefully he'll start improving. So we open up tonight with Jim Ross and Jesse Ventura on camera, and they go, "With only 6 days till we go hardcore tonight." On Full Throttle, Hogan, Dusty and Randy Savage take on Roddy, Flair and Bobby in our main event. And if you're watching Vince, Monday night, not as good as us, baby. Tonight is the night we see Owen Hart in action after being released by The Undertaker. First, Sting and Robbie are taking on Scott Hall and the newest member of the Hart Foundation, UK star Ricky Knight. Let's do this. 78B. Yeah, Ricky Knight, I've decided, is going to be a part of the stable, so he's now part of the Brett Foundation, and he gets 63C in a decent match. Scott Hall and Ricky Knight defeated Sting and the Ultimate Warrior in 7:37 when Ricky Knight defeated the Ultimate Warrior by pinfall the pile driver. Ricky Knight was a weak link. Give me a second. That was my fiance's mum. Just going to turn this off. Believe me, I have a good relationship with my fiance's mum, which I'm really interested in what happened this morning because I got a text. So we're going to the Panda tonight, as I've told you, and she says she hope she isn't in too bad a mood after this morning. Great. So Ricky Knight was really off his game. Announced quality in the colour commentary to match a boost. Ultimate Warrior 57, Sting 63, Ricky Knight 38. He's getting better, and Scott Hall 65. Ultimate Warrior Rumble and Technical Suit. And there's one thing you need to remember if you've been following the series since episode 1. I can't remember what episode 1 now. With AAW, but Scott Hall was our first ever champion. So 63C. Sorry guys, I'm just sending a message back there, fitting with the house, and it's... I shouldn't really have my phone on because it's distracting me. And above had Subpar Wrestling a little heat. Crosswise defeated Sudden Impact in 8:46 when Alice Lane defeated Little Egypt, debuting by pinfall the high knee strike. Little Egypt was the weak link. She only got... Little Egypt was visibly tiring, and that's quality in the colour commentary and match boost. Susan Sexton 35, Little Egypt 11, Amy Muscles 49, and Alice Lane 57. No work approved to Little Egypt. Right. So Owen Hart comes out. Sorry guys, I'm just taking a note of this. 42D from Owen. I thought he'd do better. But the NWA title storyline has lost heat because of this. And he goes, Owen, 2 weeks ago I got kidnapped, then they drugged me. You see, Paul, I'm not scared of you and Undertaker. You can say you can do what you want to me. You can't make me lose my mind like you have to all the people who have faced you before me. You see, I'm the darkest demon in this place, and this Sunday the NWA TV title will be mine. He turns to leave and then looks at something we can't see and he goes, come on, Robbie, my friend. So we can see it starting to click here. He's starting to go a bit crazy because he's saying he's the darkest demon. But then he turns to Rob, this guy, you know, what he's calling Robbie, what we can't see. What the hell is going on with Owen Hart? My friends, all things will be interesting. And then he has a match, and in that match it is good heat and decent match for the crowd. Owen Hart defeats Dutch Mantel in 7:38 by pinfall. Dutch Mantel 62, Owen Hart out there with a 68. In 7:38, not a bad match really. Are we in charge? Yeah, we are in charge. 65C as Davey Boy and Dynamite Kid are in the back, and he goes, it's time you listened. The face of wrestling is changing, and for the better. You see, everybody is contracted here for 3 years. You see, this Sunday, we're going to get hold of those tag team titles, and we're going to hold them until our contracts come up. Forget Danny Boy, Kendo Nagasaki. There's only 3 UK guys who are awesome, and they're in the Brett Foundation. And the Brett Foundation are going to be on top very soon. See you Sunday. So, who are the 3 guys? Of course, you got Davey Boy and Dynamite Kid, and of course, Ricky Knight has just joined the group. So, they're saying that they're the only people from the UK we should be watching, obviously. Obviously, being a bit, what's the word I'm looking for here? Pessimistic. In a terrible match, the Destruction and the Epidemic defeat Devil Machines and Total Domination in 7:43 when Chainsaw defeated America by pinfall. America 24, Susie Spirit 26, Spanish Red 28, Mike Hyundai, Miki Hyundai 45, Linda Dallas 48, Chainsaw 41, Matilda the Hun out there with a 51, beautiful. Klondike Date 30, what was it? 36. Chainsaw in Flying, Americana in Performance, and Linda Dallas in Flying, a 44D from the women. Beautiful. King Kong Bundy now has a promo and he goes, this Sunday, I'm going to be leaving AAW champion. You see, Jim, you're not as good as people make you out to be. I beat loads of people to get to the end of the King of the Ring and win it. This Sunday, I get the AAW championship for the Brett Foundation. 76B minus. Believe me, things will get interesting. I think. In a bad decent wrestling damage heat, the Killer Bees defeated the Steiner Brothers in 8-1 when Brian Blair defeated Scott Steiner by pinfall the Bee Stinger. Rick Steiner 58, Scott Steiner 55, Jim Bunzel 56, Brian Blair 55, no work improvements at 61C. See, a lot of the improvements don't happen on TV, they happen at the house shows. I've noticed. You can vanish for a week and then next week they've got a little bit of improvement. I'm just sitting there thinking, what? So I do look at my wrestlers. I have been keeping an eye on the 51D plus, and above I had these wrestling damage sheet. Excuse me, the Unforgiven defeated Trailblazers in 741 when Judy Martin was counted out after being attacked by Matilda Hunt. During the match, we also had Klondike Kate running an attack Heidi Lee Morgan. Heidi Lee Morgan 47, Judy Martin 48, Luna Vonk 49 and Medusa 43. The Glow Championship storyline, Luna Vonk in performance and Heidi Lee Morgan in Rumble. So, what we can confirm from this for this Sunday night is, of course, if you haven't worked it out already, Extreme Rules, book a match. Oh, God. Select. Click here to select for wrestlers. I clicked. You ain't opened. Where is Klondike Cake and Heidi Lee Morgan? There you go. There's going to be a lovely match for you. 51D plus. Not a bad match. Then we see Paul Ellering and Andre the Giant 79B, and Paul goes, my new client here has a message for Ricky Steamboat. Every time Andre has lost, it was because of some kind of outside interference. This Sunday, the rules get thrown out the window, and he wants you to know he's going to finish your career and retire you this Sunday. And then they just walk off the screen. I can't wait till we get Gene Okerlund back on next Monday. I think he comes back. I know his holiday's nearly up, so we should get him back very soon. 75B minus in a decent match. Eddie Guerrero, Lex Luger, Nikita Koloff and Adrian Adonis defeated Bret Hart, Vladimir Poltov, The Undertaker and Jeff Jarrett. In 8:47 when Eddie Guerrero defeated Jeff Jarrett by pinfall the Frog Splash. 75B minus. Paul Bailey working inside announced quality in the colour comp to get a match of Boost. Adrian Adonis 74, Nikita Koloff 74, Lex Luger 70, Eddie Guerrero 49, Jeff Jarrett 54, The Undertaker 58, Vladimir Perturov 50, and Bret Hart 83. Guerrero in performance, Nikita Koloff in performance, and Adrian Adonis in flying. A 75B minus. Beautiful. And then we have Brutus Beefcake in the back. I had it with you, Jerry. Every week you attack me and I can't stand it. Security Security have to get rid of you. You have lost your mind. You're trying to get me arrested for treason. It's stupid. So on Sunday, I'm going to pack you up and ping you 1, 2, 3. 65C. I don't know why security being mentioned in the promo. I cannot remember the life of me what's going through my head when I write these promos. Or why I picked this picture. Hogan looks very weird in it. In about that great wrestling and good heat, the Midnight Express and the Bulldogs defeated the Road Warriors and Rock'n'Roll Express in 8:19 when Dynamite Kid defeated Ricky Morton by pinfall suplex. 76B minus. Dynamite Kid 76, David Boy 77, Bobby Eaton 71. Stan Lane 61, Robert Gibson 62, Ricky Morton 64, Road Warrior Hawk 80 and Road Warrior Animal 74. Animal and Techno and Dynamite Kid in performance. Not a bad match. To be quite honest, I think that was quite a good match. Okay, Dynamite Kid's got a bruised eye. That would be interesting to add that into the storyline. You bruised my freaking eye, you... And we got another one. In a decent match, Mighty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, Sergeant Slaughter and Kurt Hennig defeated Haystacks, Mankind, Arn Anderson and Ted DiBiase in 6:30 when Kurt Hennig defeated Giant Haystacks by pinfall the Henningplex. Haystacks is a weak link. Hennig got an 82, Slaughter got a 67, Michaels got a 55, Mighty Jannetty 49, DiBiase got an 80, Arn got a 69, Mankind 54, yeah, Giant Haystacks 37, 72B minus. Not bad. 39D is a video plays hyping up their match ahead of this Sunday. Going this Sunday night at Extreme Rules. Undertaker, Owen Hart, live on pay-per-view. I could have done Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. I think it would have got better. But hey, we ain't got to the big matches yet. We're just getting to them, which is why the game is now taking a while to load. Thank you, a 78B. And above had fantastic eating, great wrestling. Andre the Giant, Jerry Lawler, King Kong Bundy, Carmella, and Honky Tonk Man defeated Brutus Beefcake, Truly Blanchard, Ricky Steamboat, Jim the Dean Hart, and the debuting Jake Roberts. In 14:57, Andre the Giant defeated Brutus Beefcake by pinfall with a body slam. Jake Roberts has debuted the Snake gimmick, has got a showing of average. The collar commentary gave the match a boost. Jake Roberts 89, Jim the Dean Hart 70, Ricky Steamboat 89, Truly Blanchard 81, Brutus Beefcake 62, Honky Tonk Man 67, Carmella 61, King Kong Bundy 66, Jerry Lawler 81, and Andre the Giant 71. Bundy in performance and Jim in technical. So, out of all the biggest names they had in the company, Jake Roberts was the final one left. His contract was coming up at the end of last December. So we signed him, and this was the first night he was available when his contract came up. So his contract ran out to yesterday, and we got him on the show tonight. 76B minus. All the one storyline loses heat. It's just the hype video for Dusty Rhodes, Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan taking on Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, and Bob Orton Jr. He gets an 80B. I thought this would do better, but oh well. I don't think Bob Orton Jr. helped it, but I think if we hadn't had Bob Orton Jr., but how is he going to learn to be better in the ring? In an exceptional match, Dusty Rhodes, Randy Savage and Hogan defeat Roddy Piper, Ric Flair and Bob Orton Jr. in 25:07 when Hogan defeated Roddy Piper by pinfall the big leg drop. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth have great chemistry. Hogan 84, Randy Savage 86, Dusty Rhodes 80, Bob Orton Jr. 76, Ric Flair 96 and Roddy Piper 95. All three storylines, Roddy Piper in technical, Bob Orton in technical. Dusty Rhodes bonus for charisma and star quality. Savage bonus for charisma and star quality. Savage got a bonus for managerial chemistry. Hogan got a bonus for charisma and star quality. So did Roddy Piper. So did Flair. So did Bob Orton Jr. But the second got a bonus for refereeing of Earl Hebner. Second got a bonus from Road Agent. Dusty Rhodes penalised for inconsistency. Randy Savage penalised for chemistry. Overwhelmed by manager. Hulk Hogan penalised chemistry, brackets motivation. Bob injured inconsistency. Low heat, and low heat. Well, I can't do a lot about that. And we end the show tonight with an 80B. Gets to 78B. I haven't got a clue what's going on with the show. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We'll see you live this coming Sunday night for the big pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. We'll see you at Extreme Rules. Welcome back. So a few people not on the card tonight. Giant Haystacks, one tag team, and then the other tag team who's injured. His partner is not here tonight. Welcome, guys. Hope you are ready for what is going to be a great show. I'm hoping you enjoy what we're about to put on. Sorry guys, I'm just getting up my nice little thing, so when I go and record the next one I won't forget what I'm doing. So how is everyone doing? I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope this episode has done you guys well. So shall we begin with a 64C? Now I've got the thing up. So in a pre-show I've had Diesel Westman, MG, David Finlay, Chris Benoit, Jeff Jarrett, and Vader, David Eddie Guerrero, Steven Regal, Brian Pillman, and Danny Collins at 5:38 when Vader defeated Danny Collins by pinfall the powerbomb. 64C, Now's quality in the colour commentary together match of boost. Danny Collins 44, Pillman 69, Regal 52, Eddie Guerrero 59, Vader 62, Jeff Jarrett 53, Benoit 61, and Dave Finlay 50. Jeff improving in performance and Vader in technical. We will be having a quick look after this show. You'll see why later on at another show that's running tonight. But we take some elaborate shots of that show. Believe you me in a bit. In a pre-show I've had good wrestling and decent match in the crowd. The Steiner brothers defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 7:39 and Rick Steiner defeated Ricky Morton by pinfall with the Steiner device. Rick Steiner 55, Scott Steiner 69, Robert Gibson 71, Ricky Morton 67. Scott Steiner improving in performance, 72B-. We are sold out tonight in front of 20,500 people at the United Center. Whoop, whoop. In Illinois, which is Chicago. In appreciation of good wrestling and decent national crowd, Ted DiBiase defeated Lex Luger in 7:52 by pinfall. Lex Luger 62, Ted DiBiase 76, 76 B minus. The reason why Ted DiBiase went over is to get his popularity up because he's a brilliant in-ring worker. Let me sort my ears out. I'm going to the Panto tonight. Going to see Wizard of Oz and Shogun. In a decent pre-show match, Demolition defeated the Killer Bees in 7:43 when Demolition Axe defeated Jim Burnzell by pinfall the running clothesline in 71C+. Demolition Axe carried the match in terms of ring performance. Jim Burnzell 62, Brian Blair 59, Demolition Smash 59, Demolition Axe 74. No work improvements, but it's a pre-show, so... And it was a decent pre-show match, so it's not too bad. Next up is all the women, I think. Well, the rest of the women was left. All the women performed tonight. In a pre-show, I've had subpar wrestling, a little heat. Devil Machines and Cross Wires defeat Sudden Impact and the Epidemic. In 6:30 when Alice Lane defeated Little Egypt by pinfall the high knee strike. Little Egypt was a weak link. Aim Russell's 58, Alice Lane 65, Spanish Red 30, Hyundai 46, Linda Dallas 48, Chainsaw 42, Susan Sexton 41. Little Egypt was 16 this time instead of 12. Egypt in techno and performance. See, she's learning. As you remember last time, she only got a 12 and she's off her game tonight as well. So obviously she's been doing some house shows for us. We're going to have a quick stop afterwards. We're going to have a look at RPW and Revolution Pro Wrestling and tell you how that's getting on and show you some of the guys who are working down there. We're going to have a look at the pay-per-view, what we're going head of against tonight as well. In a decent pre-show match, Michaels, Slaughter, Hennig and Adrian Adonis defeated Arn, Dutch, Vladimir Pertov and Mankind. In 6:22 when Michaels defeated Mankind by pinfall the Sweet Chin Music. So Adrian Adonis 80, Hennig 80, Sergeant Slaughter 66, Michaels 55, Mankind 58, Vladimir Pertov 49, Dutch Mantel 63, Arn Anderson 64, Michaels in performance and Arn Anderson in performance a 74 B minus. I do believe I've got to get my voice ready. Give me a second. Tonight, there is no rule. There is one rule. There is no rules. You could watch the shit Royal Rumble or join the army for Extreme Rules, where tonight two cowboys meet to find out who's better, old school versus the new school. Steamboat wants to take down the Giant. We heard what Andre had to say about this. Will he retire the Steamboat? The man, the myth, the god, Ric Flair, been lying about his friendship about Randy Savage tonight. Savage gets to take him down. And will Flair get another victory? And the main event of the evening will see the villain Roddy Piper challenge superhero and fan favourite Hulk Hogan for the NWA Championship. And now AAW brings a better pay-per-view event than the WWF. This is Extreme Rules. So we get a 79B and the NWA World Title storyline as advanced segment. I've never liked you storyline advanced segment. I can slay the Giant advanced segment, and you think you're a cowboy? Storyline advanced segment. No work improvements. And we move forward, and Jim Ross and Jesse are on screen, and they go, "Well, look at that pyro." As the pyro's just gone off, and the crowd is gone. Look at this sold-out crowd here tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight. The only place to catch the biggest and brightest stars tonight. Every title online, including Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper, clash for that NWA World Title in our main event. And then Vince goes, "If you think you can beat us tonight, good luck. You got nothing on the names in this company. Let's get ready to party. Let's get this party started." Anyway. We're not even in the 90s yet, and I'm doing 90s dance music on here. God help us. In above our decent wrestling down sheet, Ricky Knight has defeated the Ultimate Warrior in 14:09 by pinfall of pile driver. Ricky Knight wins the AAW United States title. Ricky Knight 41, Ultimate Warrior 52. The announced quality in the colour commentary going to match a boost. The A Knight storyline has advanced the segment but lost heat. 54. I've turned the dirt sheets off because they keep upsetting me. What I am going to say about this, I warned you that Ricky Knight's going to get a major push. This is the major push he's getting. In front of 20,500 people, he wins the title. What more do you want? In a terrible match, the Unforgiven defeated Total Domination In 10:32, when Luna Von Oak defeated Susie Spit by pinfall the Lunar Eclipse, the Unforgiven make defense number 1 of the Glow Championship title. Americana 23, Susie Spit 26, Luna Vonk 54, Medusa 43. Luna Vonk improving in performance. I want these two to improve. It didn't happen, but oh well. As I said, every title is on the line tonight, including the women's tag titles. In a battle had good wrestling and decent match, the crowd, Sting defeated Scott Hall in 14 minutes and 9 seconds when Scott Hall was put through a table. 71C plus, Scott Hall 69, Sting 61. No work improvements, but the announced quality and the colour commentary going to match a boost. The Take It Down storyline advanced with this segment and gained a bit of heat. A 71C plus, that's better than I thought this match would get actually for a tables match. In a pool match, Heidi Lee Morgan defeated Klondike Kate in 14:09 by pinfall. Klondike Kate is got a 34, Heidi Lee Morgan 50. Klondike Kate improving in Rumble. The announced quality and the colour commentary going to match a boost. With 47 and 14:09, not a bad match. In a bad decent wrestling without much heat, The Undertaker defeated Owen Hart in 14:22 by pinfall with the Tombstone. Undertaker makes defense number 2 of his NWA World Television title. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. The announced quality lifted the match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Owen 67, Undertaker 56. Undertaker was improving in technical. Not bad, a 64C from these guys. I don't know how the rest of the card's going to fare though. An 81B. In a battle had superb wrestling and great heat, Bret Hart defeated Nikita Koloff in 15:05 by submission with a sharpshooter. Nikita Koloff 76, Bret Hart 85. No work improvements, but Nikita Koloff and Bret Hart have pretty good chemistry and lifted the match. The Hart Foundation's new target storylines advanced the segment and gained heat. Nikita Koloff loses to Bret Hart. In a battle had decent wrestling without much heat, Judy Martin defeated Matilda the Hun in 15:17 by pinfall with a Judy drop. Judy is now your Glow champion, or the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling champion. Judy Martin 53, Matilda the Hun 47. Matilda the Hun improving in performance. The Glow Championship storylines fans segment. I wanted to take the title off Matilda the Hun. She's still improving. She's getting really good now. But Judy Martin, I think we need a face champion in the women's division for a bit. And there we go. In an exceptional match, Dusty Rhodes defeated Bob Orton in 14:48 by pinfall of Bionic Elbow in 82B. Bob Orton Jr. 83, Dusty Rhodes behind him with an 80. No work improvements. Dusty Rhodes is slacking tonight. But 20,500 people can't be wrong. In an exceptional match, Jake Roberts defeats Honky Tonk Man in 15:04 by pinfall. Honky Tonk Man 67, Jake Roberts 91. No work improvements. 15:04. Just where you're getting Jake Roberts on our show. The Honky Tonk Man 78B. These did good. In a superb match, Road Warriors defeated the British Bulldogs in a 2v2 no DQ match in 14:41 when Road Warrior Hawk defeated Dynamite Kid by pinfall the Doomsday Device. Road Warriors make defense number 3 of their AWA Tag Team Championship titles. Dynamite Kid 72, Davey Boy 75, Road Warrior 79, Animal 73. No work improvements. Dynamite Kid slowed by his injury somewhat. Paul Henry did good work at ringside. The Tag Team Storylines advanced segment and gained heat. AAW. In a good match, Jerry Lawler defeated Brutus Beefcake in 17:13 by pinfall after using a foreign object. I don't know how that works. There you go. Jerry Lawler 79, Brutus Beefcake 59, a 77B. Not a bad match from those two. I didn't think it would do that good. In an exceptional match, Andre the Giant defeated Ricky Steamboat in 14:48 by pinfall the Body Slam, an 82B, Steamboat 89, Andre the Giant 67. No work improvements. I'm glad I didn't leave that off the card. Then we see Jim the Dean Hart in the back with the returning President Gene Oakland. Woo! Look who's back. The President Gene is back. You see, Gene, I kept this away from Brett for you tonight. King Kong Bundy will not get this championship. You see, you might be the king of the ring, but I'm the king of this company. And we got 3 of them tonight because now we're into the main event sections of the show. 68C plus. In a bout that had great heat and good wrestling, Jim the Dean Hart defeated King Kong Bundy in 20 minutes 10 seconds by pinfall the Anvil Flatliner. Jim the Dean Hart makes defense number 7 of his AAW championship. King Kong Bundy's visible time towards the end of the match because there's not enough selling on show. The night's quality and the colour commentary match a boost. King Kong Bundy 63, Jim the Dean Hart 69. The AEW Championship Storylines advanced segment and lost heat. No work improvements, a 68C plus. A 78B for Randy Savage's promo in the back with Miss Elizabeth and Gene Oakland. And he goes, tonight is no Raws. This company's been on fire. And tonight in front of a sold-out venue, I will show you Flair is not the best. I am the best. Ooh, yeah. You have to do it like Randy Savage. You might not be able to do the rest of the promo like Randy Savage, but you can do the oh yeah. 82B in an exceptional match, Randy Savage defeated Ric Flair in 25 minutes 26 by pinfall. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth have great chemistry. These two don't and are made for an awkward belt. Randy Savage 78, Ric Flair 83. No working brilliant spot there. I have never liked you storylines advance segment. Let's hope the main event does good. Hello, Mean Gene. You see this? I am champion, and after tonight, I will still be champion. You see, Roddy, this is the big match, the main event, and I'm going to take this home with me, brother. Hulk Hogan did not do well without a script to follow, even though he asked to be unscripted. Hence why the angle probably didn't get an A star. Why is Hogan doing so crap? In a battle that had unbelievable heat and good wrestling, Hulk Hogan defeated Roddy Piper in 34 minutes and 43 seconds by pinfall the big leg drop. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 2 of his NWA World Heavyweight title. Both of them are exhausted by the end. Now's quality in the colour commentary going to match boost. Roddy Piper 72, Hogan 68, no work appearance. What's the next segment then? Okay, and above had great heat and good wrestling. Truly Blanchard defeated Carmelo in 7:42 by pinfall the slingshot. Carmelo 60, Truly 80. Carmelo and Rumble and performance. That should have been moved down the card. I fucked up. So this show's going to do really shit. And probably compared to the WWF Royal Rumble, we've probably done incredibly crap. So 76B minus. Oh, fucking hell, it's worse than the TV show. Oh, fuck a duck. We didn't lose any popularity, increased popularity in 45 regions, but fuck a dockity duck duck. What I'm going to say is, from now on, we do 25-minute main event matches, and we make sure we move people like Truly Blanchard down. The problem with that was, I'm going to give it to Randy Savage. I'm sorry, Randy Hogan. It's going to go to Savage, Flair. Fucking hell, game. Flair and for the whole put the full name in and it doesn't accept it. Praised. That's all I can do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you at the main title screen when we have a look and see how WWF did tonight. But that was a shit performance, I have to be honest. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I fucked up big time, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's going on. I don't know if that obviously happened. Scott McCarthy suffers a stroke. So because of that, I'll make him. I'll work out. I'll make Scott McGee no longer wrestle. Fabulous Moon are gone. And she's gone from WWF. That's another person they've lost. NJPW beat us with a 92-8 as per freaking usual. CWA rejection. There's a lot of news today. So we got a 76B minus sellout crowd of 20,500. The feedback's been great. Has drawn a lot of praise. Good. Where's Royal Rumble? We beat Royal Rumble with a 67C plus. Ken Pat won the 30-man Royal Rumble. We can have a quick look and see who's in here. I won't say people's names, but you can kind of see Jim Duggan, because that would take some time. But you can see the names in there. Nikolai Volkov defeated Tina Santino for the world title, which got an 80. But you look at the undercard. The undercard is where the company fails now. So they might be getting 82s and stuff, which we got a few of. But their undercard is shit. And apart from that, a load of it is just a load of... She's dating Brian Pillman. So, yeah. It's a bit of self-sacrifice. Jesse Venture's pet project. Is what our company says. So this is World Wrestling Federation. I'm just going to show you the tour of the company now. So bear in mind we've got most of the big stars. Their biggest stars are Ken Patria, who is a star thing, Butch Reed, Hercules, the reigning WWF World Heavyweight Champion Nikita Volkov, and the reigning AAW World Heavyweight Champion Tito Santino. Or Tito Santino. Now, bearing in mind what they've been drawing on Monday nights every week, let's just have a look at something a minute. Right, we're going to go to main eventers. And we're going to go to popularity. So he's got he's got 73, but then the most of it is 50s or 60s. Butch Reed, 60s. 50s and 61. Greg Valentine, 60s. Hercules, 61s. Ken Patria, 57, 70. See, 75 in the tri-state. He's the most popular guy. Nikita Koloff, 60s. Tito Santino, 60s. That is what the WWF is working with now, whereas we've got 90 popularity in certain areas with our wrestlers. But what I wanted to do, before we close off this episode, I know this episode is probably really long and you're probably like, can we stop doing this now? You don't have to watch this. Atlantis, I am not bringing you to the main roster just yet. I am sure there's areas you could be worked upon, my dear, and we'll find them now. Down in developmental, we have Too Cold Scorpio, Adora, Al Snow, Alcatraz, Aim of the Farmer's Daughter, Archangel, Atlantis, Avalanche Piano News, Babe, The Farmer's Daughter, Balls Mahoney, Bambi, Below Sexy, Black Warrior, Blue Angel, Bleem Dooman Jr., Bob Holly, Brad Armstrong, Bull Payne, Calafina Doll, Cannibal Guzzi, Dallas, Demon 666, Eddie Watts, Esther Moon, Georgie Haynes, Hollywood, Hamburson Nimbara, Jimmy West, Jimmy Ocean, Johnny Ace, Julie Starr, Juicy Funga Liger, Justice, Carl Karma, Ale Parker, Marcus Laurinaitis, Mike Roberts, Norman Smiley, One Man Gang, Peter Collins, Pifra Jr., Rikishi Fuda, Robbie Brookside, Rockin' Robin, Ron Simmons, Sally the Farmer's Daughter, Sid Vicious, Steve Blackman, Tommy Jones, Taz, the Black Widow, Tim Horner, Tony Stewart, Ultimo Dragon Jr., Ultraman Jr., Universo 2000, Vampiro, Yokozuna, and Zelda. Now, who wanted to come up? I cannot remember now. Blue Angel, I think it was. And there you go. That's that problem solved. I do believe it's her. I'm probably totally wrong on that. So that's what's going on in our company at the moment. Yeah, last night we fucked up. I'm not bothered. We beat WWF. That is what I was concerned about. So what have I learned? Basically, check where your wrestling matches are going. Check who's in your matches. Check the order of matches. And check times. I think I didn't realise that Hogan and that wouldn't be able to do that sort of length of match. But we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This is 1988, month 1. We're now in February. And next month's pay-per-view is Against the Grain. Our next big event is All or Nothing. That's No Surrender, which you'll get to find out about later. But thank you for watching, guys. And we will see you again live next coming Wednesday night when we return with All Action Wrestling. We'll see you on Monday, though, for another great edition of Falling Star. Thank you for watching, guys.